忘れてくれて構わねえ。俺の魂は生きていく。俺は一献の酒のおとぎになればよし。
What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and of course, we are going to go ahead and showcase Oden once again. Bro, with the amount of gems I spent to get this guy, of course, we're going to go ahead and use him in a couple of different videos. So, in this video today, we're going ahead and using him against the different garb challenges, because when he first came out, it was Dofi 1 and Hody Jones. Those were the two out at the time. Now we have the worst generation that we can go ahead and test him out against. Obviously, Revolutionary Army 1 is a complete joke, and in all honesty, I do feel like Worst Generation at this point in time is also kind of a joke, because it almost feels like, you know, as long as you have some type of way to get rid of damage threshold and a way to just get some slots, it doesn't really feel like the Worst Generation is that difficult. With the power level of characters that we have in today's day and age, Worst Generation really isn't going to be a bit of a problem, but we'll get to that once we get closer to the end of this video. You see that with this clip here versus Revolutionary Army, we are running a bit of a joke of a team, that is, because we're using, like, you know, these homie characters and Miyagi, just some side characters that are also free spirit that kind of just work with the team. A very obscure combination of characters. I'm not too sure if I mentioned it in the first Oden video against the Garp challenges, but legit, like, Whitebeard and Roger are one of the best subs you can be using with Oden if you do opt to use Oden as a captain. And I mean, moving forward into the future, I personally don't know how often I'm ever going to use Oden as a captain. I mean, his special ability, I think, is really the thing that kind of holds him back. I'm not the biggest fan of the special because, realistically, it gives you a really good color affinity boost, which is fine. If you have type advantage, it's gonna be great. But the thing is it does kind of conflict with Roger and Newgate, right? Because when you use the special ability of Oden, you get that certain buff where, you know, for the next 3 turns, your Free Spirit and Slasher characters' attack and all boosts are buffed by 0.25, which sounds good in theory, and if you are not using Roger and Newgate, it actually is pretty good. However, when you do use that special of Oden and then use the switch effect of Roger and Newgate, it will actually automatically apply a 0.25 buff to Roger and Newgate switch effect, which I guess if you are on like a mini boss, for example, that's going to be really good. But if you're looking to, you know, do like a Kizuna or like a final boss that has like 50 million health, it depends on the situation, but it actually might not be that good, because if you do have that buff active from Oden, it means that when you use the special ability of Roger and Newgate, it actually doesn't enhance the buff up to a 3 times boost, because you already have a buffed attack and all boost, so it actually doesn't do anything. So that is one thing you do have to keep in mind if you do opt to use these two characters together, but they do work very well together because Roger and Newgate are able to proc the superclass special of Oden, which is a very good superclass special at that. I'll leave you guys with the rest of this clip, and we'll talk more once we get to the Worst Generation Garp challenge. So now we go ahead and pick things up with the Worst Generation using double Oden, of course, and we do have the Roger and Newgate as a sub, because, I mean, that switch effect is just so broken, man. The switch effect is so good, despite the fact that it does have some conflicting behaviors with Oden's special ability. But the other characters on this team, we've got the 2 characters on the bottom row, both have crewmate effects where they cannot be blown away. We have the Franosuke character, who is very, very good, because we can use his special ability on the second last stage, and then it actually carries us a guaranteed conditional boost in when we move into the last stage, so just enhancing our damage by 2x when we reach the last stage, which is very, very good. The only real problem with Franosuke and why he's not used in a lot of teams is because when you launch the special, you don't actually get the conditional boost straight away. He just provides a bit of utility, and he does remove your beneficial effects, so you do have to make sure, if you are trying to use another special in the same turn, to use Frankie first and then use your other buffing effects. So use Frankie first, and then we can use the switch effect of Roger Newgate, and then you're going to be good. Now, I do actually kind to make a bit of an error with this team composition in a couple of different ways. First of which is the stage where we're up against Zora and Killer. We typically want to use the Megalo ship to lock our slots. I completely forgot to do it, so we're kind of just running the gauntlet. Hopefully we got some good slots. Luckily we did. And another thing is, I think I actually screwed up my tap timing on the final boss stage, so the damage that we could have got could have been way higher, like definitely like 60-70 million, probably even higher depending on how it went. But either way, it still gets through it very comfortably. The other character is Yamato, also has the ability to resist blow away as a crewmate. Very nice to have, definitely not needed on this team, but a really nice addition to have either way. And then the other character on this team is the free-to-play treasure map Zoro. I do feel like he is the best character to be using in the Worst Generation Garb Challenge for a Psy team, because his special ability provides an attack boost, an orb boost for Psy characters, and it removes like 6 turns of damage threshold. And then we can use the superclass special of Oden, which actually generates us a full board of matching slots, because you're not allowed to manipulate your slots on the Zoro and Killer stage. So luckily you have an effect from Oden that is able to apply that. Unfortunately, on that stage there versus Rogue, we don't have any type of special in the Psy category, or Psy color should I say, that is able to remove the damage limiter. Once we do have a character like that, I definitely want to revisit this once again with a Psy team, because I know that we can do it now with Dex, with the brand new Kizuna Blackbeard, and Super type Blackbeard also does kind of have a way to get around it too. It is a little bit more annoying to use the Super type Blackbeard because he's not the best captain out there, that is for damn sure, but it is a way to get around it, to get through it relatively quickly. But from here on out, it is smooth sailing using the Frankie special, and that'll just give us the ability to get the conditional boost on the last stage, the switch effector of Roger Newgate to give us a 1.5 attack and 1.5 orb boost. Realistically, you could use Oden here as well before activating the switch effector of Roger Newgate to get even more damage, but I do have to hit a certain amount of perfects in order to actually get the buff in that following turn, so very important that that actually happens. Also, we do end up resetting the game here because Law was going to switch the wrong character to the captain position, but looking back at it, I mean, I don't think it actually mattered who became the captain. I think this was going to be a clear victory either way, but you definitely get more damage if Roger and Newgate opt as to being your captain, of course. But anyways, that is going to conclude this video today. Really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.
やれるかニューゲート。世界はある人物を待っている。